Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Standing. My name is Beth, and I really haven't been present in the last few months. So I thought I would come on here and give you a quick life update. A lot of things have happened since March. I believe I came on and told you guys that I was not going to be returning to teach kindergarten where I was. Um, and then one of my very best friends for the last 25 years, he and I started talking more regularly again. We had barely spoken in the last few years because of life. We started communicating more and decided we were going to like hang out. He was going to come down and help me with some repairs in the house, and we kind of looked at each other and were like, why have we never? And so we have now been together for almost 3 months, and it's absolutely fabulous. We already knew each other so well that we kind of skipped that get to know you phase, and we're just full blown in love, and it's amazing. In fact, the girls and I have just moved to be with him. And I had an interview on Tuesday morning that I think was promising, and hopefully I will be hearing back from them soon. I'm also waiting to hear back from a couple of other possibilities to have interviews with. Um, but whilst I was heading to the interview on Tuesday morning, my mother passed away. If you've been around for a while, you know that she has spent the last 3.5 years or so battling colon cancer. And in January, she went on to hospice. Um, and in the last couple of weeks, basically, she knew that her son was going to take care of us. That's how she referred to him. That's her boy, and she saw, I think, before we did. A lot of people saw before we did. We've been friends for 25 years, and a lot of people were like, why are you two so stupid? Why aren't y'all together? um and we've had a lot of finallys, and well, it took you long enough. And one of those was from my mother, who compared he and I to her and dad, who met and got married within 3 months, and then were married for a little over 41 years, very happily married for a little over 41 years prior to her passing this week. And she got the girls and I moved up to him. And like I was having a conversation with her on Thursday. She was struggling to speak. So it was kind of whispered, sarcastic comments. But, I had a conversation with her Thursday, spoke to her a little bit Friday after she knew that we had gotten up to him, to our new home. She kind of slipped into not really a coma, but very similar. She was just sleeping most of the time. She woke up a couple of times to have a drink of water, talk to dad, and she just slipped away Tuesday morning. So I found out after I told dad about the interview. He wanted to know all about the interview, and then he was like, okay, your mother passed. I knew you had the interview. I didn't want you to be upset when you went in there, so I waited until I knew you were home. So obviously, monster is running around. But she was very clear she didn't want a funeral or a memorial. We're going to have like a meal and memories situation here in a couple of weeks, where we just have like a cookout, and anybody who wants to come pay their respects or whatever can come and talk to us, tell us memories about mom and all that. Otherwise, part of me feels relief because she is not hurting anymore. Dad's not having to take care of her. He wasn't really letting anyone else help. So like he's going to be able to kind of find a new normal. She's not hurting anymore. Um, and then another part of me is very sad, and kind of going through that. I'm fine, and then something small will trigger it, and I'm like, oh, I want to talk to my mom. Um, and then I also feel guilty because she was so proud of me doing my PhD stuff, and I haven't worked on it in like a month. Um, but it'll be all right. I'm working on reading through and working on my curated exams list. I will be taking those at the end of the fall semester, so like in December-ish. And I do have some things accomplished for that. I've read a couple of things, and I have um, my panel set. So that's awesome. Like I can message them, talk to them about things. And they're going to be working with me throughout the fall semester before I take my curated exams with them, which I believe is writing some essays and defending them before I start my thesis in January. Um, so I'm working on those, but I haven't been reading much. I haven't worked on reading any of that stuff in a few weeks. We're working on moving, but half of the stuff that needs moved, like the big furniture, it's still down at the other house, which is 3 hours away. So slowly but surely, lots of big things have been happening over the last few months. And that is why I have not been here. I am hoping to get back into the rhythm of making videos for you guys. I miss making videos. I miss being on the the lives with Tiffany and everybody on Sundays, with for Killing Time with Cozies. I miss all of that. And so I'm really hoping that we get back into a new normal, a new groove, and I'm able to start doing that again very soon. I hope that you guys are having an amazing summer or winter, I guess, if you're on the other side of the world. I hope you're having a great time. I hope July treats you amazingly, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Until next time, stay safe out there. Know that I love you bunches. Bye.